Hello, everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw White Vision from WANDAVISION. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, so this is going to be a little tricky, but, and also, I don't know what's going on here. So, what I mean by that is, I don't know what he looks like. All I have, as of this moment of recording, is the quick screenshot that we all saw as the show is ending. Whoop. As the last episode was ending, because the new one is going to be, let's see, I'm going to post this on, today should be Thursday, so I'll post this on, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, I can't think right now, I'm just so excited about the show. The show will be on Thursday, the show will be Friday, I'm going to post this on Thursday. I don't know what is happening as of this moment in time of the recording slash show slash my brain understanding anything. So what I'm trying to say is all I have to go by is that quick screenshot at the very end of the season episode 8 show, right? That's it. That's all I've got to go by. So I'm just kind of making this up, or not really making it up. I'm just going to guess at what I can do here, because here's the other thing. It's all white, right? So it's like, well, how do I do that? How do I draw a white character with white details? That sounds really racist. With white details. Ooh, no, let's not say that word. That word is just with a black Sharpie is what I'm trying to say. White features, white details with a black Sharpie. Like how am I going to do that? So what I think I might end up doing is outlining with the big Sharpie and then detailing with the small Sharpie. But just some of the details. Like, in other words, I'm not going to draw every single line. You'll see. I got an idea. Of what I want to do here. Wait, I'm drawing details, and I always tell you don't do this. Let me finish this sketch before I start with the details. I do this every single time, because I'm so excited to actually draw it that I start in with the details, and I should be finishing the sketch. Like I didn't even finish posing him, and I'm already starting to add details. That's how excited I am about it. That's the thing. Let's see. I'm gonna have his hand up like this. Let me draw the hand, and see. And this is what I'm talking about. Is I need to flesh out the hand before I start adding the details, because this isn't working. Like I'm going for a forced perspective, and it's not working according to this sketch. So I've got to get it right before I can start adding the detail, and that's the problem. That's what happens when you start adding detail and you don't have it positioned correctly. It's like, well, now it's going to look funny. And it did. It looked way off. It looked terrible. And I know I shouldn't say that about my own drawing. You should never beat yourself up like, oh, that's horrible. You know, what I'm trying to say is it didn't look I don't want to say right, because I mean, obviously it's my drawing. I'm the one who decides whether it's right or not. It didn't look proportionally correct, is what I'm trying to say. And considering I have to draw this so you can draw it, I kind of need to get it right. Okay, I think that might work. I think the thumb was a little too long. But again, see, this is why you get the sketch right. So when you do the proportions like this, you can it'll look right, or it'll make sense if you're drawing it. It doesn't look right. That's what I'm trying to say. Right? Okay, I think that'll work. I'm gonna put this one out. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. There we go. Because also it helps. Because this one is so forced perspective, like pointed more at you than out. It helps making this one in almost the same position. I want to say explaining the other one, and it kind of is. It's kind of showing you like, oh, this is what I was trying to do, you know? Not bad, not bad. Okay. So yeah, so what I was talking about is I'm going to add some tiny details, because for the most part I'm going to use the small Sharpie for a majority of the details. And leave the outline for the big Sharpie. Just because, yeah, I need to figure out how to make it look like white shading, white details on with the black Sharpie. That's the trick. That's the hard part. Okay, so now that I pretty much got it, I know what I'm doing. Let's. Woof. No, you know what? No, we're not going to talk about it. I was going to say let's speculate. Nope, no spoilers. I don't want to talk about what's possible, what it could be, what you might think, what I might think. I'm not worried about that kind of stuff. Let's not, no spoilers, no spoilers. Because here's the thing. If you guess right, it's kind of a spoiler, you know? It's like, I'd rather go into this 100% not trying to figure it out. And let me find a good picture of his face so I can try to get that close enough. There we go. I'd rather go into this 100% not trying to figure it out, so, you know, it's not a shock. And I'm just going to say this right now. I will delete comments if anybody tries to make any guesses. Just saying it right now. Because I will give you a reason, a spoiler. One time, I was watching a movie, the big movie. We're going to say, I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to try to start this whole thing of spoilers and all this stuff. Let's just say it was Transformers, okay? It wasn't. I'm just using that as an example. Let's just say it was Transformers. And someone told me, you got to go see Transformers. It's amazing. And I said, oh, what are they? Why are they Autobots? You know, I just took a wild guess at that. It wasn't even a guess. I was just kind of being silly. And the person just kind of looked at me like, oh, okay. And I had guessed what it was about the movie. And so when I did see it, I was like that. I was like, oh, I already guessed it, you know? So I don't like trailers. I don't like guessing. I don't like, you know, I mean, I like trailers, but I like just the quick trailers that don't give you all the details, that kind of thing, you know? Okay, I think that's good. I think I am ready to erase some of this and get going and see how we're gonna figure this out. Okay, so, oh, my tape's not quite taped down. So let me erase some of these sketch lines. And I'll leave this myself enough so I can see where I'm gonna go, but it's not gonna stand over my Sharpies, and that's very, very important on this one because it is gonna be so light that I want it to look white, right? This is gonna be the trick. We'll see if we can do this. Okay, I think that's good. It's enough where I can see where I'm gonna go. And can't see the pencil lines. Awesome, so let's welcome everybody that skipped and get going. Welcome skippers, welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the pen because the fine's a little finer than the fine point and it's hard to draw black lines on a white character. So, I've erased the majority of the sketch, but I know where I'm going to go with it. So, I'm going to dig in, and if you want to see more Marvel and things like that, go check out that playlist, or check out the playlist in general, because I do a lot of different things, and I may have already drawn what you're looking for, so go check it out, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Remember, always subscribe. Hit the bell. That's the thing. Hit the bell. That's what's really important, apparently. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit it a lot with the Sharpie pen, find little detail, and then come back with the fine point for the thick lines to try to recreate white details in a white character with a black pen. Oof, here we go. So I'm going to draw his eyes like this, or his retinas. I'm sorry, his eyelids, right? And then the retina, the color part, like this. And I'm going to hit it just a bit in the center like that. This is so tiny that all I can do is really just dab it like that, you know? So for the bottom of the eye, same thing. It's so tiny, I'm not going to draw the entire line. I'm just going to kind of come in like that. And just kind of show that it implies the bottom of the eye and let color take care of the rest. That's all I'm doing. No eyebrows, no nothing. I'm being very minimalistic on this one. So I'm going to draw a nostril here, a nostril there. I guess I'll draw the edges of that like this, but again, I'm being super minimalistic because there's only so many lines I can really put in here. For his mouth, I'm going to do that. And for his bottom lip, I'm going to draw a little bit of something like this. And that's it. Top lip, I'm not doing anything. Does he have that thing? There's kind of, I think it's there. We're going to go ahead and draw it. This little chin piece, that's something like that. But it's hard to see because, again, it's hard to see what details are in here. So I'm going to draw the bottom of his jaw like this. Come back up for his ear, come out like that. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Draw his jawline. And come up here and draw the ear like we did. I gotta be careful because normally I thicken these lines up, but I gotta be careful because I'm trying to keep it super minimalistic for the look of the white vision. Okay, so I'm gonna draw the contour of his head like this. And I'm probably gonna come back with the big Sharpie for the outline. So I'm not too worried about the contour, but I'm gonna try to make it look right. I know I say that every time, like, yeah, it doesn't bother me, I don't care. I mean, I care, that's the thing, I do care. I'm just trying to be very minimalistic on this one. Okay, so for his head, whatever is in his head right here, I have not seen the episode yet. Apparently you haven't either because this is Thursday when this is coming out. Well, I don't know when you're watching this, but yeah, so, okay, so here we go with what I'm going to try to do through the entire thing. Minimalistic detail. So for his headpiece, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and it's got a second layer to it, so I'm going to do this. Like that, keep the lines real super thin. I'm going to do a little bit of his mask look. Something like this. And again, I'm trying to keep it super simple. And that's all I want to do. Like, I want to do more, but because there are more lines in here, but I think I want to do that with color, and I'm keeping it super simple. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Let's try this. What I want to do is I do want to make the big thick outline. So, and his head's a little high there. So I'm going to do this and come down. And so now that I have a thickness, I'm going to go ahead and outline it. And I think I'm going to do this for the entire thing. I'm going to outline the edges and then do the inside with the smaller Sharpie. So something like that. That way it still looks white. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's draw his, what do you call it? The cape holder, whatever you want to call this. Something like this. Into his shoulders. Now, I gotta switch back to the small Sharpie and do some details. So I've got his chest piece doing this. And again, this is what I'm going to do for the entire thing. I'm just going to come back and add the small Sharpie for the details. I'm not going to do all the details because obviously it's like too much. There's no way I can do every single line. And oh man, I had to do screenshots, little by little screenshots of what this thing looks like. So forgive me if it's not 100% correct. And plus, a lot of this too, it was specifically designed by beautiful people that designed beautiful things, and there's no way I could recreate everything they did. So I'm not really trying to recreate everything they did. I'm just trying to give it a little bit of the look that they designed because it's really cool. And plus, I don't think I could. I mean, there's so much in here that is like specifically designed, again, by professionals to look good. I could not, there's no way I could recreate it at all. All right, and plus, let me thicken this line up just to separate that it's not his body. You know, it's a little bit more than just a skin tight suit. This is on top of the skin tight suit. Well, coloring is going to be a breeze. You know, we'll just do shades of like a bluish white. And only blue because of the lights that were in the picture. I don't know if that's what it is. I have no idea. But that's all I got to go by. Okay, so let me draw like his muscles and his arms, and then we'll work our way down. So I've got this arm raised up a little bit. So let me do this arm first, because you're going to see how it's out, and this one is more pointed at you. So this arm's that way. This arm is kind of like this, so it's a little more foreshortened. And if I were to draw that first, it might look a little off to you. So let's do this one. So I'm going to draw his shoulder like this, and his bicep cuts in to his forearm, and then he's got gauntlets, like wrist gauntlets. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close that off because, like we did there, I wanted it a little bit thicker, and I do want him defined a little bit more. And I'll go ahead and do it. So you see where it is. And plus that will help me to show you where we are. I can draw the underside of his arm into his armpit. I'm going to stop right there. Let me see. I'm going to draw his chest down. Again, just kind of doing some of this stuff just so you see where we are and what we're going to draw. this one? No, I said I was going to do this one, so let's stick here. This hand is pretty much doing this. So, we'll draw the hand down like this. There's the thumb into this finger. Then this one's coming down here like this. This one is behind, so I'm going to draw the index finger from what you can see. I'm sorry, the middle finger from what you can see. Like this. Ring finger. Pinky. Like that, okay? So, let's try, like I was talking about, let's try to see if we can do some of those details that I can see in his arm, in his, let's see, and his gauntlet here. So, let's see, he's gonna have his pec like this. It's connected here. This is gonna come down. And it's on the side of his arm, kind of flowing down a little bit. Something like that. I don't see one back behind, but that's okay. That is okay. Let's see. Let's say there's a seam. I can see a little bit of a little detailing like this. Again, it's so hard because I'm guessing at this as to exactly what it is. And that's all I want to do. I want to keep it super simple anyway, so. Okay, so that's it for the hand. I'm just going to do something like that. Okay. All right, so let's do the other one. Okay, so this one is doing the same thing, but it is foreshortened. So there's this shoulder into the bicep, into the forearm, then the gauntlet piece, down to the hand, okay? So see how short this one is? Because it's more, oh, my paper's bowing. It's more pointed at you than it is straight out like this one is, like the right arm is. Okay, so same thing, this hand is out like this, so let's go ahead and draw that. Well, my paper is just super bowed right now. That's okay, let's try to work with that. So I'm gonna draw the thumb, then the finger sticking out like that. The other one, the middle finger, like this. And it's gonna look a little funny until we add some more details. So I get that. You just come in like this, and then I'm gonna bring the thumb in, bottom of the hand, like that. So again, I know it looks weird. We're gonna add some details, don't worry. Well, we're gonna try. Okay, so let's see. So let's try to do some of these hand details just to kind of capture what we were doing here. Because the wrinkles like this, they're all wrinkling in is what I'm trying to get you to draw, right? And some of this stuff is not that important. Sorry, the camera stopped. So I just wanted to draw that and come back in. So we're gonna do like this. Okay, so yeah, I've got him turned, I just realized, and this is like more at you. It should have been more towards the center like that, but I'm okay. I'm fine with that. Let's just keep going. So I'm gonna draw his waist back like this, or his ribs into his waist, and then his body like this. Okay. Now there's a lot of interplay here with the suit lines. So I'm just gonna kind of draw the shapes, and then we're gonna go back in and add the details, okay? So basically I'm gonna draw anatomy, that's what I'm gonna do. So there's his booty, then there's his leg, like this, down into his knee. Let's do the other side too, so you see where we are. Okay, there's his knee, and then this is going to be his calf, into his ankle, and I think, yeah, you see a pretty good boot there. That's not bad. I'm gonna do this, So I hate to just draw just shapes, but I mean I don't. But for the most part, that's all we can really do with a completely white character. You know, like I'm gonna have to add details in the rest of it. So I hate to just say here, just draw anatomy, but that's what we're doing. You know, the muscular leg like this, coming into the knee. Then this part of the foot's hanging down. Now I've got them floating, so these are kind of like out feet. You know, they're not pointed at you, they're just kind of floating there. Alright, ankle, the boot, calf, knee, to the back, like that. Now, again, I know it's just kind of floating, but that's the whole idea. So I tell you what, let's go ahead and do the cape too, then we're just going to finish it all up with the detail, alright? So the cape's going back like this. Okay, and I've got it flowing down through here. That will add a little bit of flow detail like that. Now, again, like I said, there's a lot, especially around here in the crotch area, of specific, I want to say line work, specific suit detail. So it's going to be, let's see, there's like a belt. We'll see, coming out of his crotch, he's got edge like this, edge like that, come down to a point. And then this one kind of splits twice, so we're going to go ahead and draw the bottom like this. I'll do the other side like this. And it's more than just lines. There's like specific like rubber suit ridges to it that are really, really cool, really awesome. But it's more detail than I can actually put in. Okay, then there's the top part. Again, which is like a split level 3 dimension looking thing. It's like this. There you go, something like that. And then there's like another layer to it, so I kind of want to do this. And then there's more in there too, right? But again, there's almost too much. Too much in a good way, you know? Like there's no way to keep up with it. But that's cool because there's only so much we really have to do, you know? It's like the rest is gonna be shading and things like that. Okay, so there's some cool stuff across his knees. This is kind of coming down. Again, it's not 2 levels, but it kind of looks like it. But see, this is also why I wanted to do it with a smaller Sharpie like this, because when I come back and do it with color, that's pretty much it. You know, there's not a lot of, well, I mean, there's no color. It's pretty much white, you know, so that's what I mean. It's like I can come back and add, you know, white edges to it, but that's pretty much it. So that's kind of why I wanted to do it like this, to define a little bit of you know, not detail, but breaking up the monotony, I guess, and doing what I can, because again, there's only so much I can do, but it's such a cool looking character that I want to draw him, you know? Okay, let me see something for the feet. There we go. So it's kind of like a shoe over like that. There's the front of the boot. looks like, yeah, it looks like there's a whole separate front to back type kind of thing that goes back there. That there, you know what, I say we take care of the rest with color that we can. There you go, that is White Vision from WandaVision.
So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.